This is the engine that Chevrolet should have actually made, but they didn't. So it's no secret when it comes to Chevrolet small blocks, the DZ-302 is revered by all. The height of Trans Am racing in the late 1960s and early 1970s, you had the DZ-302, the Boss 302, the TA Challengers with the AHRA Cudas, the Javelins. It was really awesome. But what if in 1995 Chevrolet decided to build a small block with all off-the-shelf parts to create a 1995 version of a DZ-302? Enter Project EZ-302 by Dallas Brown. He started out with an 89 roller cam block, stuffed it with an L99 Baby LT1 3-inch stroke crankshaft, has DZ-302 replacement pistons, stock Vortec heads with single angle valve job, bow tie intake, and an LT4 hot cam. So it will be really interesting to see how the LT4 hot cam compares into the Duntov 3030 solid flat tappet. The Duntov 3030 cam had 250 degrees duration, where this thing is a baby. We're talking 218 degrees at 50 thousandths on the intake, 225 on the exhaust. But let's get this party started and see what we actually come up with. All right, we got Dallas Brown here. How you feeling about this little 302?
I'm a little excited. To tell you the truth, I'm on edge.
You're on edge. Yeah, there's Greg and David. They don't look on edge.
You know, let me say something here. I think Dallas has got a very good combination here. I'm going to bet that this is going to be something else.
So what we're doing here is just establishing the baseline. Now, Dallas has already ran this engine on the dyno over in Tennessee, so it's going to be really interesting to see the differences between the two dynos. And we're dynoing in a different condition that I haven't never done. It's really cold here. What kind of correction factor are we showing here? Well, 0.94. So what's going to happen is it's actually going to correct the other way. The engine will have more observed power raw, and then it will lower the power numbers down through the correction. How you feel about that quarter jet?
I'm happy with it.
It's got very rich here.
Right.
Rich.
You want me to slow the door down, though? I can slow it down quite a bit.
That will make it richer.
It's got rich.
All right, run number 2. Just stay quarter bob. Here we go. It does. So what we've done is we've come up with a pretty important thing with these Vortec heads with dome pistons. We just put a mountain inside that combustion chamber, which means in order to get over the mountain, you got to light the fire that much sooner so that you make it across at the right time. So we know throughout years of testing that Vortec engines typically light low timing because the combustion chamber is pretty efficient. Well, that all changes when you change the piston. Kind of goes in line with what I just talked about in my last video. All right.
I'm hoping that the log is gone, and now we got some timing in it, so it should be good.
Oh, it's going to be good. It's better.
A little bit tighter.
Okay, so like I said about the analogy of the mountain, I'm getting in territory that I've never really messed with. We put 4 more degrees of timing in this thing, which if you're paying attention, that's 44 degrees, okay? What we're trying to do is find a point that we lose power so that we can back it back up. Does that make sense? I hope so. Y'all ready to make another pull?
Yeah, I think so.
We're ready to go.
Q-Jet Guru right here.
Not a guru, just an aficionado.
Yeah.
So 354 foot-pounds twice.
Whoa. Hey, you picked up a little power.
So we're going to take a break from Dyno and this little 302 here to talk about something that's near and dear to both of us. That is Dyno racing competition. It is back in the US. We brought it back as a trial basis in one of my videos. I'll put a link to it up here. But we have a competition coming up in mid-April and the field is already full, is it not?
Right, that's correct, yes.
So here's the important part. Greg Finnegan here is going to be at PRI next Friday. So if you have any kind of questions about the classes, the competition, get with him. He's going to be at the Superflow booth, right?
Yeah, 3 o'clock Friday.
So there you have it. We're going to do another one come October. Hope to have you here. And let's get back to Dyno and this little 302. What just happened up there?
Well, we had tightened up the secondary air door spring so tight that it actually pulled the hook off. So we had to back it all down, rehook it, reshape the hook, then hook it, and then tighten it back up. And now we have, we went from a CH metering rod to something fatter. I can't remember what it was.
All the fat,
Yeah.
all the time. Yeah, I don't know nothing about those. Breaking up. Breaking up. So what'd you think about the test? I thought it was pretty cool. You know, we wound up running into some mechanical issues, but that happens on the dyno. How does this compare to the DZ-302? Well, we don't have a DZ to test, but we can rely on Richard Holdner's test, which he did this, made 333 pound-feet of torque and 367 horsepower with a DZ-302. The EZ-302 makes more torque, but a little less peak power. But I think since we have mechanical issues, that we could probably get there as well. How cool would have it been in 1995 to have a limited edition 302 LT1 based Z28? I mean, if Chevrolet had put the LT4 top end package on a 302, I'm sure it would have sold like hotcakes. So here's the issues that we ran into. I believe we have 2 issues. I believe the mechanical advance in the stock HEI distributor. Now this was a $25 marketplace special, mind you. I think it was acting up, as you can see from the torque curve that I'm putting in here. And then if you look up top, around 5200 RPM, we start to see a dip in power. And I believe what we're seeing is spring surge at that point. The engine began to break up, you could tell that it wasn't happy. The more tests that we did, the more unhappy it got. We also ran into problems with the quarter jet. Dallas tried his very best to make it work, tried to get rid of the quadribog, but we wound up having issues with it, and so we gave up and actually tried a Holley HP 750 double pumper and the Edelbrock VRS 4150. Yes, they made more power, but with the issues that we were actually having, I don't think the validity of those tests stand. So put it in the comments. Would you like to see us try a different cam, maybe a different intake, put 1.6 rockers on? Put it in the comments of what you would like to see happen with this thing. Dallas did a tremendous job. And you can go to his channel, Mr. Rodder's Neighborhood, and actually watch all of the build videos on this engine. And he does in-depth cost analysis of what it costs to build this thing, which is pretty cool. I think it's pretty good horsepower per dollar using all factory parts. So until next time, this is Andy from Unity Motorsports Garage. I will catch you later.